All right, listen up. If you are an aspiring fintech entrepreneur, we are going to take a look at how you can break through into the market from someone who has done exactly that. Iain Salteri is the founder of KttiPay and joins me. Iain, tell us about your experience as a first-time entrepreneur within the fintech space. It's obviously an ever-evolving space.
Yeah, it is an ever-evolving space, and some people may think it's a bit of a boring space. Payments doesn't necessarily have the the fanciest reputation as a profession, but it's a really exciting space. There's lots of innovation happening, and it's really rewarding. We're solving real-world problems and making lives better. So yeah. It's a great place to be.
So tell us a little bit more about your journey into the space, and of course we'll get into a bit more about what you're offering and some of the challenges as well.
Yeah, so my journey started, I was a consultant during the COVID era, where basically most consultants in Sydney got made redundant. So I was looking for a new job. Yeah, it was certainly interesting times. And I was looking for a new job, and the idea of KttiPay came to me over a lunch where we were trying to figure out how to settle the bill. And I thought the traditional methods weren't really working well, so we had to come up with a better way, and came up with the concept of KttiPay. In terms of challenges and rewards, there's plenty out there. I found it really difficult to, find really good people to come and work alongside me. I'm very lucky I've got a great team now. There's being in the fintech space, there's a lot of compliance and regs that you got to meet, which is great. We want to be protecting the consumer as much as possible, so that's
and
really
that's not to intimidate the entrepreneurs who are looking to get into the space, of course, but you've got to cross your T's and dot your I's, all right?
That's exactly right. And, there's so many people out there that are willing to give advice and help. The fintech community is such a great community, whether it be through industry events or just meeting people through the normal course of business. It's a great community.
Well, let's talk advice for aspiring entrepreneurs who are interested in fintech. It's a space, as we've mentioned multiple times, it's changing, it's growing, it's becoming more popular for both consumers and people getting into it. What would your advice be for those who are interested?
Yeah, I think the first bit of advice is to really know the problem you want to solve. It's a pretty crowded space, so being able to say, actually, this is a pain point, and I can identify the pain point, and then go after it as fast as you can. I take the view that I need to surround myself with the best people possible. So if I can hire someone that is smarter than me, then that's a great place to be. So look for people that are smarter than you. And I think the last piece of advice is give it a go. So many people sit there on the sidelines and go, should I do it? Should I not do it? From someone that's done it, it is such a rewarding experience. There are challenges every day, but I couldn't imagine going and doing a normal 9-to-5 job anymore.
Yeah, well said by you. So how do you figure out what type of business to start off with? Where do you find your foundation and identify that niche, I suppose?
Yeah, it's a really great question. I think for me, it was a problem that I'd experienced through my 20s and into my early 30s, trying to chase people up to pay me back for money that they owed me. Yeah, we've all been there, right? I kind of half-heartedly joke that maybe one day I'll recover some of my losses through selling KttiPay, but let's see. I also think take on your past experiences and learn from them. So if you're in an industry that has a particular process or system that's drives you mental when you're using it, then that's an opportunity to innovate. And I would just say give that a go and run with it.
Yeah, I think that's very well said. The opportunity to innovate is such a great phrase. So let's talk about your team just to finish. How did you start growing them, and how have they bloomed, I suppose you could say? And if people want to find out more, where can they go?
Yeah, so the team was a super important part of my journey. I really wanted to find, as I said before, people that are smarter than me, that have experiences and expertise in areas that I didn't have. But it's hard out there at the moment trying to find great talent and people that want to come and work for a startup with all the inherent risks involved in it. But for me, it was, my first hire was my head of product, and the reason behind that was because I figured we'd live and die through the success of our product. So being able to deliver a great product was the #1 most important thing for me. And then, yeah, it was about trying to get the technology brought in-house. So trying to find great developers and head of engineering.
It's an incredible journey, and you've outlined it so well, I think, and earnestly about the challenges and finding things. And again, surrounding yourself with people that are smarter than you, I think, is a brilliant idea. Where can people go if they do want to get in touch with you and the team and learn a little bit more, just to finish?
Yeah, absolutely. So our website is KttiPay.com. We're on the app stores, both iOS and Google Play stores, so go check us out there. And, if you want to shoot me an email, my email is Iain, Iain, @KttiPay.com. I'd love to meet whoever's out there.
Wonderful stuff from you, my friend, and thank you so much for sharing your journey with us right here on Ticker.
Thanks so much.
All right, that's the program for now. I hope you've learned something.